Welcome back to Therapy Designs. If you're new to this channel, my name is Kelly. I'm going to be doing something a little bit different again today. I'm going to be talking a little bit about popular evergreens and scalable topics. This is because it is Q4, and while everybody thinks of Q4 as holiday designs, you got to put up your Christmas designs and your Thanksgiving designs, you also have to realize that when it comes to Christmas, it is a big time for gift giving. And when it comes to gift giving, people are likely to buy shirts for others in terms of what their hobbies are, what kinds of things that they like. So it's not all holiday shirts. You're going to see a big bump in hopefully all of your sales. So if you have a cousin or an uncle who's really into sports or really into hiking, it might be, a good thing for them to buy their relative a shirt that has to do with that. So I do want to go over a few different topics with you guys. Of things that you should be incorporating, just the really big popular, evergreen topics that you're going to want to at least have some designs for. And the great thing about evergreens is, of course, that we want them to be able to sell year round. We want them to be able to sell year after year after year, so that we're not just, stuck either with trends that will come and go and then they're gone, or with holiday designs that once it's over until next year. Not that you shouldn't have all of those. You definitely should hit your evergreens, you should hit your trends, and you should hit your holidays. But you definitely want to have a lot of evergreens, because that's what's going to stay up there year after year and year round to kind of stabilize everything. So what I want to go over is I'm going to go over some of these topics, and I'm going to give you a few different examples of some of them that I've done or that we've gone over in the past, just to give you guys some ideas. So the big one that you'll probably notice is like age, birthdays, years. And so those are very popular. Those are the ones that either, say somebody's age, like 10 years old, 12 years old, 16 years old. So those are very popular ones. Or ones that say, born in 81, born in 82, born in 83. And so you can scale those that way. So those are very popular ones. People have birthdays year round. People have birthdays every day. And birthday shirts are very popular from, the youngest person up to the oldest person. So if you're looking for something that you can scale, you can make a birthday design and then literally just scale it out and have, I guess depending on how many years you want to go, 100 different designs or something. So that's a very big popular one. Obviously, sports, that's a big interest, and sports can be very broad. So obviously, it's football season, it's baseball season. You got a lot of sales for football and baseball right now. And then there's always the big sports. There's hockey, there's tennis, there's golf. But you can also start thinking about some of the other sports that either aren't as popular, or some of the sports that are seasonal too. As winter's approaching, some of the winter sports like snowboarding and skiing might be a good one. And then just some sports that you might not even think about, horse racing, or I don't know, any number of different types of sports that people might get into. And so you can definitely create a sports design and scale that out amongst a lot of different sports. And that's pretty big for people's interests as well. Bowling, I know, is a popular one. Next topic would be dog breeds. So there are a lot of different dog breeds out there, and as we know, dogs are very popular and people like their breeds. And there are, like I said, tons of different breeds. So you could make some designs that go over specific dog breeds, things that say Chihuahua Mama or Pitbull Mama or Golden Mama or Golden Doodle Mama, however you want to do it. And there's a ton of different designs that you could make that way, and again, scale them out. A next one that's pretty big is national flags, so heritage stuff. Hispanic Heritage Month just ended, and that's a big one. But people are proud of their heritage. You get a lot of people that are proud of their roots. And I just looked at it, and it was a little debatable, but it was in the 190s. So that's what it was, 193 or 197, somewhere in there, different countries in the world. And so that is 190 something different flags and different heritages that you could put on shirts or other products to show, different pride for nationality. And so that's a big one that you could do. Obviously, wine and beer. Everybody loves their wine and their beer. There's a bunch of different drinking types, designs that you could make. And of course, when we're thinking about cross-niching as well, we can combine some of these. So football and beer, for example, is another, big one, but you can come up with ways to combine them all. People who say, all I like is my dog breed, Chihuahua, and wine or something, and you can be very specific with what type of wine as well. And so that's another way you can go in terms of evergreens that scale. Jobs and careers, that's another big one to do, and there's a lot of people that are very proud of their jobs. Maybe it took them a lot of school or a lot of hard work to get that job, and it's something they're very proud of. And so you'll see that a lot with teachers, you'll see that a lot with nurses, but you could scale that out through all the different types of jobs that you can think of. And so if you make, a design that is scalable, you can come up with hundreds of different designs, just by changing out the career or the job, whatever word you use. Right now, space designs are very popular. Dinosaurs are always really popular for kids. So any kind of dinosaur or space design that you make, those are good evergreens that you can do year round. I put funny meme in here because funny always sells. Most of the shirts, if you look at like the top selling shirts, they're usually funny. They've got some humor to them. There's ones that are just words, and there's ones that are words and graphics, and ones that are mostly just graphics, but if you can find ways to make them funny. So if you can see trending memes, any meme that's trending, if it's not trademarked, that's a good thing. You can throw it on a shirt and it's likely to sell. You've also got outdoors type activities. So I put hiking, camping, fishing is another really big one. I didn't write it in here, but fishing is huge. So people who like these different outdoors activities, that's a topic you definitely want to have some shirts in. And then pride wear. There is Pride Month, and there are different times during the year where you might see spikes in pride sales, but pride stuff does sell year round. So you can always come up with some cool pride designs that will sell year round. Also, let's see, exercise and yoga. So those are big ones too. Gym shirts, just general exercise shirts, running shirts, and yoga is very popular. Now, a lot of these have a lot of competition. So again, you'll want to kind of cross niche or niche down and find new and creative ways to go about, some of these topics or some of these niches. But these are definitely the popular ones. Anything that has to do with parenthood, so motherhood, fatherhood, you can't scare me, I've got 2 girls. You can't scare me, I've got 3 boys, or I've got twins, or anything like that is very scalable too, and very relatable and very funny. So you can find ways to go ahead and do some cool parenthood designs. There's also a big push in reading designs and fantasies, book designs. I've seen a lot of cross-niching with books and Halloween. So you've got the ghost that says books, So there's a lot of those types of things, lots of fantasy, dragons, unicorn type designs. Those are also very popular. Oops, I put wine and beer in here twice. That must be a big one, wine and beer. And then I put 80s, 90s retro style designs. The groovy style is in quite a lot. A lot of the kind of throwbacks or nostalgic stuff that has to do with, kind of records, cassette tapes, VHS tapes, anything that kind of is more of a nostalgic memorabilia type stuff. Those can sell a lot too, especially as we're starting to get to the age where the millennials are the ones that are buying a lot of things. Anything that can kind of pique their interest and give them a nostalgic feel is also likely to sell. So those are some of the big topics that if you don't have designs in all of these topics, you really should. And I wanted to go over just a couple of them and how you can scale them out. So as I scroll down here, the first one I wanted to show you here is just some different national flag designs. So the fingerprint design you've probably seen before. It's another popular one. And what you can do is put country flags in fingerprints. So like I said, there's 190 something countries. You can scale this out huge, and you don't have to use a fingerprint, but this is just an example of a way that you can scale a design by taking one design and then just putting different flags in it. Another popular trending niche or design is the ages. So people who are proud of their ages, birthday shirts. So this one says, I make 50 look good, I make 60 look good, I make 65 look good, I make 70 look good. And so obviously you can scale that out, and you can go year by year by year. You can do, I make 71 look good, I make 72 look good, or it took me 72 years to look this good. You know, there's a lot of different ways you can spin it. I showed you how to make one of these designs before using Photo P and using a clipping mask and the bulge effect. So if you haven't seen that video, you can go ahead and look that one up. Let's see, animals. Animals are very big. So not just dogs, not just different dog breeds, but different animals in general, zoo animals, wild animals. Everybody's got their favorite animal. So some people, you know, like pandas, some people like hippos, some people like elephants, and then some people, you know, have their dogs or their hamsters or their snakes or their lizards. And so there's a lot of different animal designs that you can make out there that people will want to buy. And so I did show you a few of these. This was just putting the animal head inside of kind of a blur pattern. But there's so many different ways that you can go with animals, and that can scale out huge. So right here, the kind of messy hair mom design, this is another one that I've done a couple videos on before, showing you how to go ahead and do designs like this. This one utilizes that design in sports. So for example, golf mom, basketball mom, football mom, and again, you can scale that out for every sport you want. You could also scale that out for holidays. You could scale that out for vacation destinations. I mean, there's an endless amount of ways that you could scale that out as well. So you can be thinking about that. Down here is just another example of the different types of dog breeds. So this is a text-only design. So it says it's not dog hair, it's pit bull glitter, or it's Dalmatian glitter, or it's Chihuahua glitter. This is probably the easiest one to scale, because all you have to do is change the word each time. So you don't have to change anything else about the design. You don't have to create a new design. You just literally put in a new word. And it doesn't even have to be a dog. So on this one, you could put in, you know, cats as well, or anything that's going to have like hair that might shed. It could be a hamster glitter. So you can just sort of change out the words there. And that's a really easy one that you can scale. I think I did a video on this too. This goes over different dog breeds, and so this specifically is cross-niching different dog breeds with, you know, dads. So it says best pug dad ever, best golden retriever dad ever, and you can do it also with moms. You can do it aunts. You can do best pug aunt or best pug sister, and then you can do that for literally all of the dog breeds, and there are, again, a lot of different dog breeds. Now, something like this does take a little bit longer, because every single one of these, you're going to have to find a new picture of that dog that you want to use. So that's a little bit more time consuming than just the words, but again, very scalable. This is an easy one too. So when we talk about years, so right now it's 2022. So these designs say, mommy established 2022, daddy established 2022. So you can do these for every year. So you could put up another one next year that says mommy established 2023. You could put retired 2022, retired 2023. So things like that, where you put the year on them. Obviously, this probably won't sell after this year. So each year you would have to put out a new version and get rid of the old version. But that's a way to not have to compete against a lot of other people. So when you put up a Christmas design, you're competing with other Christmas designs from, 10 years ago, 15 years ago. If you put up a design that says 2022, you're only competing against the 2022 designs typically. So that's another way that you could go with that. Again, kids are always being born. So saying something like daddy established 2022, you can scale that out. You can make that really cool. Another one that you might have seen that's also very popular is the heartbeat type designs. This one you don't even need any words for, so this could be graphic only, and it simply has a heartbeat, and then at the end of the heartbeat, whatever activity or animal or thing that you want to put there. So, for these on the top one, I have somebody high jumping over the heartbeat. The next one is horses. The next one is, somebody jumping over it like a hurdle. So you can get very creative too. You can put different animals there. You could put, you know, whatever your passion is. If you wanted to put a hobbies, you could put like a bike there, or, you know, a skateboard there. So you can find very creative ways, and that can be scaled out really quick and really easy. And, you know, the sky is the limit on the heartbeat designs if you wanted to do it that way. Okay. Here's just some examples of some different, you know, funny meme gym type working out style designs. So here, these are done with text, and I did all of these on Canva as well, just using different texts and finding creative ways to kind of put the text together. You might have seen some of these style designs before. First one says aim high, squat low. The other one is that's not sweat, it's my body crying, and then gym and tonic. And so they're kind of funny, meme-like designs, but they're things that people could wear while they're working out, while they're running, while they're at the gym. And so you should definitely have some of those style of designs up as well, and some of just the creative text designs where you've got the text that kind of goes together using different styles. And so that's another cool design that you can kind of go with. And then the last example that I wanted to show you here, this was another sports style design, and it says, you know, I play like a girl, try to keep up, and then you can just change out whatever ball or piece of sports equipment that you wanted, depending on how far out you want to scale this. So right now I've got one for basketball, tennis, I've got one for soccer on there. You can do volleyball, you can do football, you can do bowling, you can do golf, you can do anything that you want. And again, that's another just very kind of popular one. Now, all of these are going to be, you know, niches that people have done before, and there will be a lot of competition. So you might want to go ahead and do some research and see if you can find ways to cross niche them, or try to find ones that are trending or more popular or have less competition. But these are all really good categories that you want to make sure that you have up, especially this time of year, because this time of year is when you're probably going to be making the most sales. People are buying a lot of presents again for Christmas, and they're not just buying Christmas shirts, so they're buying gifts for other people. So I hope you guys are really pushing right now and trying to get as many different designs out as you can. I know some of you are probably doing merch by Amazon and you're on some of the lower tiers, so maybe you don't have the option to be putting up as many designs. Some of you, though, might have just been tiered up and might want to put out a whole bunch of designs right now, or maybe you're on something like Redbubble or like Etsy where you can put up as many designs as you want, in which case it's really good to know how to take designs and scale them. Once you get to a point where you've tiered up enough that you can start using automation, then there's a lot of different automation tools that you can use that can kind of scale some of these designs for you and automatically upload them. So that's a big time saver as well. So if you have any questions about this or comments about this, go ahead and put them in the comment section below. I'll try to get back to you as quickly as I can. If you have any ideas for videos, you can go ahead and drop those in the comment section below too. I hope you guys are doing well, and I hope to see you again. That's it for today's video. If you found this useful and would like to see more videos with helpful tips and tricks, be sure to hit like and subscribe and turn on your notifications so that you don't miss any of the weekly videos. As always, keep growing and stay creative, and we'll see you next time.